Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I would like to talk to you about finding the root for the word Salah. During my research about the term Salah, I noted that the root of Salah is Sad, Lam, Waw, Salu, and it means to closely follow or to adhere to something. And this is evident in some lexicons. And because the term Salah contains a vowel letter, in Arabic, a term that contains a vowel letter can at times be problematic to finding the root word for it. So in my case, I do contend that the Salah comes from the root Salu. Other lexicons will say it might come from Sali, which means to roast. And other lexicons will resolve this conundrum by just simply stating that the term Salah as well as Sali and Salu all come from the root Sad, Lam, Alif, Salah. Okay, and then it will note the difference under this category, under the Salah category. But today I want to specifically address a particular claim that is being made about the term Salah. Some people, and I've seen this repeatedly, are saying that the word Salah comes from the root wasala, which means to make a connection. And a lot of times they will quote Surah 13 verse 21, where God says, and those who yasilun, connect what God has ordered to yusala, to be connected. Okay, so and they're saying that this shows that the root of Salah is wasala and not salu, not sali, and not salah. So this is what I want to address today. I want to show you guys how and why the root of Salah can never be wasala. It is most likely salu, and there is a lot of evidence for that. It could also be from sali, it could be from salah, but it can never be from a wasala. Let's begin. Now, in order for us to find the root of the term Salah, we first need to learn the basics of how to find Arabic roots. But before doing that, allow me to give you a huge disclaimer. I am not an expert in the Arabic language. Some people are under the impression that I am, but I am not. I never claimed to be such. I would say I am average. Just like any other average Arab, he or she needs to know and learn how to look up a term in a dictionary. And they do that by finding the root of a word. Now, so what I'm going to show you here is something very basic, and it works in the vast majority of cases. In some cases, it will not. Another method needs to be applied, but this is going to be a very basic method. Of course, there's a lot of applications out there. We don't need to do this, but I would like to show you how Arabic roots are found manually. With that being said, those who are experts in the field of the Arabic language, grammarians and linguists, are more than welcome to contribute and put in their 2 cents in the comment section. So the first thing I would like to show you is what is called al-wazn, the pattern. And in Arabic, in order to find a root, we weigh a term that we're looking up against the pattern fa'ala. Okay, fa'ala, as you can see, each letter is color-coded. And it's through this position of each letter we can find the root of the term we're trying to find. For example, fa'ala has the same weight as kataba. Kataba means to write. So as you can see, each letter in its position against fa'ala represents the root. So kataba has the same root has the same pattern as fa'ala, and therefore the root of kataba is just that, kataba. Okay, so what happens is if we change the formation of kataba to sanaktub, we will write. Okay, what we do is we apply the same prefixes and suffixes to the term fa'ala. Okay, so it will become sanaf'alu, sanaktubu, sanaf'alu. Okay, we do the same thing, we write it in the same formation, and we will find fa'ala over here, and then we just simply match the positions of each of these three letters, and then we will get kataba again, right? Another scenario is if we, for example, change it to maktub, it is written. We also write maf'ul, right? Look at this, fa'a and la are over here. That means the ka and the ta and ba are matched against fa'ala, and therefore we have the root kataba again. So again, this is a very basic method. You can pretty much use almost, I would say, any term that has a three-lettered root against fa'ala, and it will work just fine. Now, let me show you another method that I use. Another quicker way to finding the Arabic roots requires, in this scenario, to having some knowledge in the Arabic language. First, we are looking at the term that we're trying to find. All we have to do is basically bring it back to its three-lettered singular past tense. And usually, in this case, we will find the root of a term. However, it's important to understand here, when it comes to the Arabic language and the vowel letters, the a, the wa, and the ya, these letters are sometimes changeable, especially in the scenario where there is an alif in the second or the third position of a letter. In this case, if this three-lettered singular past tense contains an alif, that alif needs to be changed either to a waw or a ya. In order to do this, we need to bring this singular past tense term to its present tense. And usually within this present tense, we will find the root of a term. Now let me give you a couple of terms that do contain a vowel letter and how it is changed. We'll take the term siyam, as-siyam in Surah 2 verse 183. The three-lettered singular past tense for as-siyam is sama. Okay, and as you can see in red here, sama contains an alif. So this alif needs to be changed either to a waw or a ya. In order to find that, we need to bring this term sama to the present tense. And in this case, it will be yasum. Yasum. And so the root of as-siyam is actually saum or sawama, right? Another term I would like to show you is nusayyir, Surah 18, verse 47. Nusayyir. If we take it to its three-lettered singular past tense, it will be sara. And as you can see, there's an alif. Now we need to bring it to its present tense, which is yusayyir. Okay, yusayyir, which means it's going to be the sa-ya-ra. That is the root of this term. So as you can see, and the reason why I'm showing the vowel letters is because the word salah does contain a vowel letter which needs to be changed. So I'm showing you all this so that we can go ahead and see what salah, the root of salah is. So let's begin finding the root of salah. And as you can see, salah here is written with an alif. So we bring it to its three-lettered singular past tense, which is salla. And because that contains an alif maqsura, we're going to bring it to its present tense, which is yusalli. And in this scenario, yusalli, obviously the root is sali. Okay? Now, the point of dispute is when we look in the Quran, the actual text of the Quran, we see that salah is actually written with a waw, not with an alif, as a lot of computers tend to type it as. But salah is actually written with a waw, and when we look at the plural form of salah, which is salawat, okay, the wat indicates that the root is actually salu. This is only one reason why some of the lexicons dispute between the root of salu and sali. It's because it is actually written with a waw in the Quran, and the plural form for it is salawat. So people would put it under the term salu, others will put it under just salah, and consolidate salu and sali together. Okay? In any case, in either of these cases, the word salah, as we see, can never come from the root wasala, as commonly, as not, I wouldn't say commonly claimed, as just being claimed by some people. So let's look at the word wasala and see where the root comes from. So let's take the word yusala, which is used in 1321, yusala, right here. Okay, let's find the root of this term. Yusala, the three-lettered singular past tense for that is wasala. As easy as that is, it's wasala. It's not salla, it's wasala. And as we can see, there's no alif here, therefore that is the root. And it's really as simple as that. Another thing I would like to add is that I actually understand why some people would confuse the root of salah. Even some Arabs will tell you that salah comes from sila, which is the root of wasala, which again is incorrect as we have seen. Let me give you an example. Surah 13 verse 21. God says, and those who yasilun, compare this term with 3356, God and his angels, yusallun. As we can see, yusallun and yasilun are actually written the same way, with the exception of the pronunciation based off of the short vowels. And because there is a change in the short vowels, this may impact the root. Yasilun, yusallun have two different roots. I'll give you another example. Take a look at fassala versus fasalli. Fassala and fasalli. As we can see, they're both written the same way, but the pronunciation is different, and because of that, the root of fassala is actually fa, sa, la, whereas fasalli is sa, la, wa, the same as the root of salah. Okay? So as we can see, just because two terms are written the same, if the pronunciation is different, we need to pay attention there. Forget all of this though. Let me just show you really quick, even within the same verses, how these are actually two different roots. God says, and those who yasilun, they connect what God has ordered to be connected, or yusala. Yasilun, to be yusala. If God was talking about salah here, he would have said those what God has ordered to yusalli, but he says yusala, which is the root of wasala. In 3356, God says, God and his angels yusallun onto the Prophet, O you who believe, sallu onto him. If God was talking about wasala here in this particular verse, he would have said salu. Okay, salu, not sallu. Okay, so there is a difference. One just needs to pay attention to the way it's pronounced. Aside from that, and I'll just throw this in as well, the root wasala is always connected with the pronoun to, ila, okay, to, ila. Whereas salah is connected to the pronoun onto, ala. You'll never see in the Quran wasala having the pronoun ala, and you'll never see the term salah connected with the pronoun to or ila. So as we can see, there's a lot of reasons why, as I have demonstrated, how and why the word salah can never come from the root wasala. Wassalamu alaikum.